What is happening, guys? How you doing? Welcome to my channel. If you're new, can I just prompt you to hit that subscribe button and also hit that bell notification so you know when I release a video. So guys, this video is actually sponsored. It's my first sponsored video. Hey, it feels good, man. So I'm gonna let you team up with Snicker_Enterprise. I'm gonna put that Instagram page on the side and put that Instagram link on the description box down below. It's befitting to the title, guys. So I'm doing a video on how to start reselling shoes. Obviously, we're going through COVID-19 and people are probably looking for other ways to make income. You can be 14 to 50 or 60. You can get into reselling. I personally have seen parents that go and actually do raffles and win raffles and they buy and resell shoes as well. It's a little side pocket money which you can make, a little bit of disposable income that you can put towards your holidays or towards your spending habits or whatever. So I'm going to speak about 5 different things that you can do if you want to get into reselling online today. The online market's booming. There's different segments where you can actually sell products or services online and make that extra income. And also it can grow to become your business that sustains you financially through and through. So yeah, guys, so make sure you guys subscribe to my channel because I do reselling predictions on certain shoes and certain releases as well. So I will also provide with information for certain shoes you're not quite sure about whether you should buy them. I speak on the market price and how it can fluctuate, or and other things that can affect the prices of certain shoes. So I do the research and I then put it on here as well. So guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel as well. So the first thing that's quite important when it comes to reselling is to educate yourself on how to resell. I know that sounds pretty vague, but basically what you've got to think is, okay, how much capital can I raise? Either by myself or either you can borrow money from your family. You probably can't get a loan from a bank, unless you're over 18. So think how much you can raise. I tend to find with sneaker reselling, you can start from £100 because there is dunks that cost like £95, including postage and all that. So you can actually start with £100, or even less than that. You can start with even £80. I got this beanie hat from Supreme. It cost about probably £42. That was including the postage cost as well. And you could resell this for like £75 when it first came out. It's probably gone down a little bit now. So it depends, what market are you going into? A lot of people tend to go into the shoe market first, but I always say try and put your eggs in different baskets. For example, Sneaker Enterprise, where I bought my products from on a resale price, they tend to buy shoes. They tend to buy Bear Bricks. They tend to buy apparel clothing, so that they've got a broad product line, which is always the best way, I think, if you want to turn this into a business, especially a sustainable one as well. So think about how much capital you can raise, all right? Then also assess the risk in the shoe or the reselling market or in the high-beast market. The thing is, people think it's an easy way of making money. I'll probably say back in 2013, 2014, when the Yeezys started going up the roof, there wasn't quite a lot of people that were reselling. So a lot of people were able to get a lot of shoes from in-store raffles, from online raffles as well. People used to get a lot of shoes and they would make quite a lot of money. But then with the shoes, obviously, influx in the market, saturating the market, more people started saying, okay, that's a very easy way of making money. The thing is, the barriers of entry into that market were quite low. As I say, with £50, you can start making money. So the barriers of entry in this industry are very low. So you find there tends to be more competition. And now it's very competitive. You get 13-year-olds, even 12-year-olds that start reselling. The parents give them money as just a little boost to start the company or the little business hobby thingy, and they're able to start making money. So now you're competing against a 12-year-old, and especially now when everything is on lockdown, it's mainly just online raffles like sneakers. So you'll find you might take an L on a Travis Scott shoe, and 11-year-old borrows the parents' bank account and they take a W, and you have to buy shoes from a 11-year-old. So the market's got very low barriers of entry, so it is very competitive. So you got to assess risk. So you will go through a lot of losses, in terms of your one winning shoes. So you've got to have that thick skin. This business is for it's for those that can endure the losses And also, what else can I add as well? The market can also be quite volatile as well. So what I mean when I say volatile, I mean the market can actually fluctuate in terms of prices. Sometimes, like, with Yeezys or Jordans, they can do like, it's mostly with the Yeezys. I find out with the Yeezys they actually restock more, and even the Dunks as well. The Nike Dunks, they do restock more. So you find like if you're gonna buy and hold certain shoes because you're projecting that, in a couple of months or in the next couple of years, the shoe might go up. You might have a restock as well, which will mean you'll lose some of your investment, you lose some of your profit margin. So you really have to have a risk strategy in place. So it's very, very important. As I said, this is a business as well. So hence why I'm using such big terms like risk strategy. Someone's asking themselves, what's a risk strategy? So a risk strategy is basically like, you thinking about situations that can affect your money, or impact your money negatively, or investment negatively. I.e., it could be like restocking of shoes, or maybe the hype dies down on certain shoes, or maybe different seasons. You find if you buy like maybe summertime specific colors, in the winter they don't sell quite well, so the price might dip as well. So these are all different factors you've got to look at as well. So number two, you've got to decide like whether you're going to buy manually or / using bots. So what you've got to do is like, assess the risk again of buying, with bots. So if you're new to reselling, basically what bots are is they do like multiple checkouts on your behalf, and they're able to solve captures. But however, there's been like a lot of people that have been selling like bots that are cracked. So bots that are cracked are bots that are not working properly. So people are spending from £100 to even £3,000 on bots that don't even work. There's a lot of scammers out there. So you really have to do your due diligence, do your research, and see which bots are renowned for their performance time and time again. And bots cost a lot of money as well, because you've also got to consider like your computer. You got to buy a computer, you got to buy like, a very good computer, which is going to use a lot of electricity. And also you've got to hire servers each month. So there's a server cost as well on top of that. Then you also have to, pay for proxies as well. So, you might buy a bot and, put the server and the proxies for maybe say £3,000 for the high end bots, basically, right? But then what you got to consider is like, just because you got a bot, it doesn't mean you're going to, get that shoe, because everyone is getting bots now. So it's now the war for the bots as well. And a lot of companies are getting clever as well. They tend to put maybe a time slot of when they're going to release, and they don't release at that time. And because if you set your bot for that time and they don't release for a couple of minutes, it can actually, affect your bot, and you might lose. You can always, win, not always, but you can win, manual as well. So bots are not just the only way to go as well. So yeah, so let's move on to like manually. So you can also like, do it manual as well, as long as you join like a very good cook group, I beg your pardon, cookbook. As long as you join like a cook group that is very like reliable. Be careful, there's a lot of fake cookbooks that will take your money away. So it's all about just doing your research and seeing which ones are authentic and not. So you can actually so you can look into buy manually. So you can use like raffles. You can do raffles, ask your parents and your friends to do raffles. So raffles is all about the many entries that you get, then the more chance you have to secure the shoe. And also with cook groups as well, they're also pretty good because they know when certain shoes restock. Because what it is you'll have people that work in these shoe shops that then like, have their own cook groups where they charge for the information, because they know based on the calendar at work for certain releases. So they then can charge based on that knowledge as well. So it's always worth paying. Cook groups can range from £10 a month up to £30 a month. I think some can cost more as well. And cook groups always, not all of them, but some of them always guarantee, their members, shoes and all that information. So yeah, as I said as well, you can try and get like your families and friends to help you out as well to enter the raffles. So that will improve your chances as well. Then the fourth tip is you've got to decide as well if you're going to buy shoes like, first hand or second hand or at resale market. So basically, I'll explain this and tell you what I mean. So you can buy them for a retail price, brand new. If you're lucky, you win a raffle, boom. Okay, you can make more of a profit margin from then. But then also you can buy shoes second hand as well. The second-hand market's pretty good as well. You find people that buy shoes at retail, they'll queue or they'll camp overnight, get themselves that pair of Yeezys, but people sometimes go broke. Then they know they've got something which is hype so they can resell. So what you've got to do is, like, when it comes to that situation, is you've got to then have an app that can guarantee that the shoe that you're buying is authentic. So there's one app called Check app. So you can actually download that. Then what it does, it actually scans the pictures of the seller that they've sent to you, and then it's able to assess if the shoe is fake or not. But you've got to pay, I think they'll charge you a couple of pounds, I think, per item which they check, which is not really that bad for your peace of mind. And so once you're happy, then you're able to buy the shoes, but make sure you meet that person in a public place so they don't scam you for your money. Or you can either use PayPal, use the goods and services, which is more secure, as your money is definitely secured by PayPal. And then you're able to buy the shoes, bring them home, buy the cleaning products for the shoes, and clean the shoes so the shoe looks fantastic. But make sure the shoe is at least a 9 or 8.5 out of 10, because if you're going to buy a shoe that's beat up, no one's going to buy it, really. And there's a big market in the second-hand shoe market. You can list your shoes on Bing. Sorry, on Bing. What's wrong with me? Sorry, guys. On Bump, or also like Depop as well. Depop is probably much safer as well. So you can list them on there. So, and also you can also buy shoes like, on resale price as well. So there's certain shoes, for example, that I've bought on resale. I bought like the Travis Scott Jordan 1 lows on resale. That was probably like 2 years ago. I bought them for like £320. And if you look at how much they are now, they're over £850 in some places, right? Or let's just say over £700. Yeah, for my size 11 UK. And so I've doubled up on the shoe because I knew the shoe was always going to go up based on demand. There is certain like artists that do collaborations where the brand value is always going to increase. And Travis Scott was one of them. So I was able to predict that. So that takes having that business acumen. You've got to look at this as an investment business as well, where you don't just buy and just sell so quickly. I'll give you a story. There is like impulsive resellers that will buy a shoe. As soon as they get the shoe, they resell on that very same day or in the next 2 days or whatever the case is. They don't think about the long-term strategy. You've got to have a long-term strategy. Why are you reselling shoes? Are you just doing it like as a way of just making money, and you just get the money, spend the money on whatever you want, then make sure you've always got like that like little bit to buy back into the different shoes? Or, do you look at that as a business whereby, you may sell a couple of shoes, make that profit margin, then put it back into the business so your business grows? So I'm more of the latter one, where I think, okay, let me sustain this business by being strategic and having that like long-term strategy. So, when you buy shoes, like, whether it's on resale, you've got to make sure that like, you are able to hold the shoes. So that also depends on how much money you've got as well. So you've got to have at least £2,000, I'd say, or even more than that, so you're able to buy shoes and like, stock them up and still have like liquid cash to also keep buying more shoes depending on, with the releases that come as well. So there's quite a lot of things that you've really got to always, check on. And also another thing is, which is quite important, is it's important to keep your ear to the vine or to the street. Like, you've got to know what new shoes are coming out, what's the new trends for each season, what new brands are coming out that are hyped as well, where you can make money from it as well. You can make money from cores, you can make money from essentials, fear of God, that's now coming into the market. So it's very, very important that you look at, you just look at, the news that's coming out, and you keep yourself updated as well. So point number 5 was like, are you going to resell straight away? I already covered that as well, guys. And also, it's very important to decide like where you're going to sell it as well. You've got to be careful. This is not me bashing StockX or Goat, but sometimes the fees are pretty high as well. So you can get away with selling on eBay, Depop, Bump as well. They've got like less fees as well. Or you can even sell like on Facebook Market. You can also sell on Facebook groups and WhatsApp groups as well. There's different platforms you can use where you can avoid paying fees as well. So it's all about you just, researching. So it's that business where like depending on how much work you put into it, it will determine how much success you get out of it as well. I hope this video has been quite, informative to you guys. If you've got any questions, please don't, hesitate to comment down below, ask me questions. And also guys, don't forget to go and follow sneaker_enterprise on Instagram as well, as also they'll be doing a giveaway, a shoe giveaway when they get to 3,000 followers as well. Just want to say guys, thanks for watching. Please make sure you share this video on your platforms and I will see you soon. God bless. We out.